Hey guys, my name is Lockie, and recently I turned the big 3-0. That looks like O. 3-0. 30. Turned 30. For some reason, we have these mental guideposts in our brain that say being an age that ends in a 0 is of particular importance, the first of those really being 30. So imagine you're 20, or if you are 20, imagine you're somebody else who's also... Look, everyone's 20. You probably look at people who are 30 and think, wow, much adult, so grown up, saggy old... But after this video, you might have some doubts about that. Oh, and don't forget, if you want to see the what it's like being 40 video, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on the bell notifications icon so you'll get a notification in 10 years when I post that one. But for now, here's 7 things that you may not have expected about being 30. Number 1, you don't feel mature, grown up, or like you have your shit together. Like, chances are, in your 20s, you followed some bullshit plan that outwardly seemed like a good idea because society, old people, would agree with it. Like, maybe you got your law degree, got into legal practice, won a bunch of cases, made a wad of money. But now you realize that your true passion is baking cupcakes, or sewing novelty G-strings, or sewing novelty cupcakes onto novelty G-strings. Cupcake couture. Put a muff on your muff. The truth is, just like at 20, at 30, you'll probably still have no idea what you're doing. It's a dud. Sorry to burst your bubble. I wish for world peace. No, a Porsche. Ah, fuck. Number 2, you probably have myriad health problems compared to when you are 20. String just broke. Let's be honest, if you can still eat most things and have a few drinks without feeling like absolute death the next day, you are doing well. Oh, it's just a little piece of bread. It won't hurt. Satan's anus! I'm dying. Broken. Also, speaking of drinking, if you are still a drinker who regularly goes out to the club, stop it, because you're too old for that now. Oh, hey! I would have been like in grade 12, finishing high school, when you're in like kindy. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? I don't want it to hit me in the eye. Number 3, friendships. You have about a 20th of the contact with your friends that you had a decade ago, and also your friendships will have moved on the scale from quantity to quality. Unless, of course, you're an extrovert who's still making new friends left, right, and center. In that case, stop calling me. I don't like you. Stop it. Leave me alone. Number 4, romance. You're either in a good relationship or you're as fussy as a frog in a lily pad store. Let's face it, by 30 you are pretty set in your ways. You've probably failed in a few relationships, made mistakes. Listen, Sharon, the woman makes the dinner and the man sits in his chair. So if you're not partnered up at this point, it is only going to get harder because you're fussy! Oh boy, you fussy! Like, I'd love to spread a message of hope, but the truth is you're probably going to die alone. I'm so scared. Number 5, parents. You'll probably get along with them better, or you will have totally removed yourself from their sphere. But either way, you'll have realised that they're just as messed up, broken, and inept as you are. Something that Kmart is calling blowouts. Like, as a kid, you generally hero your parents in your brain because they're all adult and shiz, but adulting is hard. I'll just buy all my furniture at Harvey Norman on 50-month interest-free, no repayments.
6 years later.
Oh, my car's been repossessed. Oh, and special situation side note on this one, if your parents are still tolerant enough to let you live with them at this age, they're not gonna like you. Not even a little bit. You can, however, solve this situation by moving out and never calling them like your other siblings, then they'll like you heaps more. Number 6, speaking of realising that your parents are human, you'll realise that your peers are human too. I'm sweating. Like, you'll be able to realise that people who are your age who have made completely different choices to you, they all pretty much have the same amount of net struggles, give or take. Like, I sometimes look at my mates who have made completely different decisions to me and life choices, more stable jobs, or having families, buying houses, and you'll think, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you doing that? Seems awful. No, but seriously, looking at others' lives as a yardstick for your own is never a good strategy. Pom Pom Party, that's 3 years and up. I qualify. Thank you. Number 7, and I think this is probably the most important thing to point out about being 30, and that is, you're still a goddamn baby, baby! You know, you've got time, because let's face it, even if you lived to a fairly young age and died at 60, you're only halfway through, and let me assure you, this first half has been bloody long! So take a breath, and if you're not there yet, wherever there is, just know that you've got time. That's it. 7 things about being 30 that you may not have realised. What did I get wrong? What do you think it's going to be like being 30? Or if you are 30 already, what did I miss? Leave a comment below. Oh, and I'm still waiting on that birthday card that I'm sure you sent. Must have got lost in the mail. Bloody post office. But that's okay. You can just leave me a like in place of that. Really helps the channel. See you in 10 years for the 40 video. See you next week with another video. In the meantime, all I've got to say is, okay, love you long time, old man saggy balls, goodbye. Like, when you're a kid, you tend to adult your parents in your brain. Made us a lot of money. Blah, 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 blah. Business idea, anyone? Cupcake couture. Put a muff on your muff. Want a bunch of cases? Want a bunch of cases? Want a bunch of cases? Number 6, speaking of realising your humans are parents. Why does it always... Last but not least, number 7, and probably... Hey, how you doing? It's my birthday. Can I get your name and your number? My number is 30. When I film, I close all the windows, so now I'm sweating. Ha ha ha, the things we do for our craft. I'm sweating. I'm sweating.